here, I'm kind of not making this up, but I'm kind of taking this one step further. We're not worried about grandpas and grandmas and moms and dads and pea plants, but again, for explanation purposes, right? This true breeding right here, this wrinkled flower, okay, had a mom and dad, and its mom and dad gave them a little R, little R. There's your half, 50-50. One R came from grandpa, or its dad, and one R, little R came from grandma. Raise your hands if this is good so far. Follow me. We'll get back to these letters later. They're called alleles, and we will get back to them later. But I want to include them in your notes so you have them for later. Okay. What did Mendel do next? He's got his true breeding round. He's got a true breeding wrinkle. What did he do then? What did he do? Kid. What did he do? He's got his two plants ready to go. What is he going to do? He's going to allow them to pick the picture, not self, but cross-pollinate. So snip, snip, sprinkle, sprinkle, snip, snip, sprinkle, sprinkle. He's going to cross. He's going to take wrinkled information, put it on a round plant, take round information, put it on a wrinkled plant. So here it is. Here's my version of, what does this stand for?
Cross-pollination.
Cross-pollinate. He's going to cross-pollinate. Takes two peer plants. He's going to cross them, and mix them, dirty them, and see what happens with the kids. Keep in mind, okay, it's not one flower on one plant. It could be 20, 30, 40 flowers on one plant. Okay, every day, more flowers open up. So every day, what does Mendel have to do? Get out there and make sure he snipped them off. Could not allow them to self-pollinate. So again, you talk about tedious work, you talk about being meticulous, and really painstakingly, I guess at times. Especially when that plant is really growing. I mean, you're getting flowers popping up throughout the day that he had to snip off and keep track of. Right? We know that when he mixed the pollen from around and the pollen from the wrinkle, of course, the petals fall off, and lo and behold, eventually on that plant, what do you have hanging?
Pea pod.
Little pea pod. And we know, I forgot this part, just for picture purposes, we know that that's what that's going to look like, right? If we allow it to self, and this is going to look like this. Here's my version of the wrinkle. But when we mix them, what did Mendel find out? Somebody, what did he find out?
The babies were round.
They were round 100% of the time. He probably did this with round and wrinkled, maybe 3,000-4,000 experiments just with round wrinkled. And every stinking time in the first generation, we took a true breeder, crossed it with a true breeder, every single time those peas turned out round. What does this prove? It proves that round is dominant. Okay. Put that on there once. Round is dominant. We're going to call this, the first generation. And actually, because we have the grandpa and grandma up there, it wouldn't be the first. But we'll call this the first generation. And 28,000 times, every time Mendel did this experiment, no matter if you looked at tall and short, round and wrinkled, yellow, green, purple flower, white flower, 28,000 times. He proved that in first generation, it did not matter. 100% of the time, you got round. You got tall. Turn to page 60. What else did he get in that first generation? What else is dominant? What color flower? Purple flower. What kind of smooth or bumpy? Smooth. Along the stem, tall, dominant. What about the color of the pea? Yellow. Yellow peas are dominant.